I don't have enough money for Taco Bell, but what I do have pleases me greatly. This is the sixth item that Goodman Games has published that represents all the goodness of the old days of Dungeons and Dragons. This is the Temple of Elemental Evil. What you get is a 5th edition conversion, and it also pays homage to the classic modules themselves. It's T1 through 4, the Temple of Elemental Evil. But really, it was T1, the Village of Hamlet, and the other 3 represented the Temple of Elemental Evil. There wasn't any 3 modules published. There was only the Temple of Elemental Evil in the 1st edition. So let's take a look at this. I just pushed everything back in. Rats. So inside the slipcase, you get 2 large volume books. Bam, bam. And I know they're rather expensive. I only bought this simply because I got lucky at the casino. And I probably won like $500-600, and I was like, okay, that's the only reason for it. So this is the original version of the game in the first book. It's got all sorts of, it's got the adventure, it's got everything that was essentially published in the original module. Very good. I don't know if it's got the corrected version. We're talking about the originals not right now at this point. The first 2 that were printed, one of them has the white TSR logo, another one has a gold ingot logo in the corner. Those were the first 2 published. The third one, which is, I have one in the shrink wrap, I was lucky. That one has all the written errors corrected in the originals. And so you just hope that the scans in here have that version of it. So yeah, this is essentially what I know the artwork in here is crazy. This was the cover for the original. And this also has all the maps for Village of Hamlet. And it's at the very beginning, of course, it's got all the articles and everything written, talking to artists and, the remaining people that were still alive. These are some of the original maps maybe that Gary had. There's a lot to it. This is an article about a guy that went to a con and he was able to pick this up and probably play it for the first time. I don't think the 5th edition version is in this one. It looks like they added a lot more. They added Nob. Again, this is 5th edition stuff right now. When you see the larger text, so they do give you like a preamble for the adventure for the 5th edition players. It looks like it's really good. I love that. I think there's an illustration here. Sweet. Oh, that's the Village of Hamlet. Yeah, you get all sorts of surprises and stuff in here. Look at that. That's a nice thing there of the adventurers coming back maybe from a successful... All right, well, anyway, that's the first book. Wait a minute, what's this? There's some crazy stuff here, but it looks fun. Trying not to do any damage here. These books are solid, though. I know I've had to move these several times. All right, here's the second one. The second one actually, okay, again, they kind of copied the cover there, the front and back. For 5th edition, they did have to put in or add a lot of illustrations and new monsters, stuff that was in the original game, or maybe they added them to it. I have played this adventure, And I don't know if we missed certain areas or whatever, but I think they added a lot of new stuff for this version of the adventure. There's some crazy stuff. It looks a lot of fun. Yeah, I would like to play a fifth edition version of this for sure. You got all sorts of stuff. Crazy. Honestly, I bought this, probably looked at it a couple times and haven't done anything since. Look at this. Crazy. And because of the price, it's probably going to become a true collectible in a few years. Who knows? You know, maybe I shouldn't have taken it out of the shrink wrap, but I wanted to look at it. $100 though. $100. Crazy, huh? All right. Have a good evening.